Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is August the 5th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. One day closer to an all-time high. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, 5-digit realm. Offended by selling. Hello, my elite friends. Check out all the links below. If you've got questions, I got answers. You can type in BitcoinMeister. You can do a super chat. Just get my attention somehow, and baby, I will answer your question. All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid right off, okay? I couldn't believe this. Hex, the ego coin guy, that dude. He has an advertisement in the Economist magazine, in the print edition. It's linked to below. It's not fake. It is real. He also has advertisements during soccer games, apparently. I linked to that below. He has advertisements for Hex on cabs in Europe, it appears. I think I linked to that below also. So why do I even mention this? Well, because it's funny. Some of the people say it's a decentralized coin. Well, first of all, I mean, nothing that's decentralized has advertisements in print magazines. That's just no, it doesn't mesh there. But I have a positive spin on all this. Okay, people are saying, "Oh, the Economist has very low standards." Okay, I mean, print magazines are desperate. Of course, they'll take advertisements from anyone. I mean, at least it's not YouTube. YouTube takes they take advertisements from straight out fake Vitalik Buterin scams and stuff. But yeah, we are living in an era now where altcoins are advertising in mainstream magazines, at soccer games, and on cabs. Okay, now 4 years ago, that was unimaginable. I mean, altcoins, going outside, seeing a cab, seeing an altcoin advertise, opening up the freaking Economist magazine, and see an advertisement for an altcoin. A lot has changed in 4 years. The space has clearly grown a lot in 4 years. Now, it's amazing. The advertisements all focus on 11,500% rise in price in 129 days. That's the theme. That's who he's trying to attract. Okay, dude. Good luck to you. Compete. Don't complain. I say, yeah, compete. Maybe other altcoins will follow. Other altcoins are going to follow this guy's lead. What he's trying to do. He's trying to pump it up. He's definitely trying to pump up the value of what we got for free. I mean, that anyone would buy this. Anyone would buy what you could get for free. It just blows my freaking mind. It was a crypto dividend of Bitcoin. You get your crypto dividends for free. You turn them into Bitcoin. You never buy them. Do you buy Bcash? No, of course you don't buy Bcash. You don't buy this ego coin either. So there you go. You probably didn't read that anywhere else. You get some interesting news here and an interesting spin. Hey, I'm a unique beast. You're a unique beast. Cass8 is a unique beast. He says, history shows that the Bitcoin dominance goes down in bull markets. It's so stupid to buy some altcoins for fiat today with the intention of buying even more Bitcoin in the future. Is it stupid to buy? Well, no, it is stupid. Yes, it is stupid to buy. I mean, you asked a very general. I agree with you. The last time around, there were plenty of altcoins that were beating, in terms of Bitcoin, were growing in value. So they were beating Bitcoin for a time, and you couldn't predict which ones it was going to be. And this time around, it is so obvious that it's not going to be dispersed to all the alt. Like last time, there were a lot of altcoins, 5th tier, 6th tier, 4th tier, 3rd tier. I mean, it wasn't that big of a gamble. I mean, it was like a 50-50 chance. You pick this one, it's going to do better than Bitcoin for 5 months. All right. This time around, this DeFi thing is going to be huge for Ethereum, I think. And I've said this on past shows. I think Ethereum is going to do very well, and it doing very well will take away some of the potential gambling winnings on these other altcoins. So no, I would not bet on this. I would bet on Bitcoin's dominance going down during the next run because of DeFi and Ethereum pulling off Ethereum 2.0. But does that mean you should gamble on a 6-tier altcoin because it might do well? No, you should not. Never. Because the likelihood of it doing well this time will be much less likely than the last time around. So don't let 2017 say, I missed out on those altcoin winnings in 2017. Now's the time to do it, and then I'll just convert it back to Bitcoin in the end. No, that not good, not good at all. Wouldn't recommend it at all. Circumstances are different. Now, true, there will be newbies gambling on all sorts of things, but they really might be guided more so toward the Ethereum spectrum, I think. But again, there will be some altcoins in DeFi. Everyone's going to be naming their altcoin a DeFi coin. So some of those will do well, obviously. But why can't they're going to be based on nonsense? You want to make? I mean, this is your option. These are your options here. Okay. Oh, I can buy Bitcoin. I can buy the real thing, and in 5 years, it's going to be able to buy me a freaking house. Or I can buy one of these DeFi altcoins that might do better than Bitcoin, and then eventually I will have to pick the perfect date to sell them back into Bitcoin, and then I will be able to get a nice big house one day. I mean, it's not, you're adding an extra step in there that is a very unsure step, that is not guaranteed, that is a total gamble. So no, there are going to be plenty of people. Hey, if you want someone to tell you to buy an altcoin, if you don't like what I'm saying, there are going to be plenty of people that are going to be saying, buy your DeFi coin now. DeFi is the thing. I don't know what this coin is about, but it says DeFi, so you better buy it. You can go the 80% way, and there'll be bikini babes talking about. I mean, yesterday's show talking about DeFi. Yesterday's show where there are already DeFi meetups, DeFi incubators for companies that are going to do DeFi. If you want, I want the real thing, and the real thing is listed on my shirt. So pound that like button. The real thing is Bitcoin. So speaking about the real thing, on this Friday, guys. Is This Week in Bitcoin. Francis Pulio is going to return. He is going to rip into, I think, some current events. Also, 2 p.m. on Friday, best freaking guest in the space. It'll be a great panel led by Francis on his triumphant return to the show. And yeah, if you've been following him on Twitter and you've been following me on Twitter, you know we have something in common when it comes to not being bootlickers under the current mainstream paradigm that's out there. We have been defiant since the very beginning, talking about the ridiculous nonsense, the panic that is out there, and I am proud to have someone like Francis on my show, and I am also pleased that I have now. There are some people that I no longer bring on my show because they are the complete opposite of Francis and I can't have people that are little girls that panic and scream like Karens on my show about a cold and stuff, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, you'll hear more of talk like that on Friday's show, and if you like talk like that, Saturday's Beyond Bitcoin show, I'm always talking like that. That's on the backup channel. Subscribe to it. It's linked to below. Square did $870 million of Bitcoin revenue in quarter 2 of 2020. That's almost 3 times the volume of quarter 1 of 2020 and 25 times more than quarter 1 of 2018 when Bitcoin buying went live on the Cash App. What does this mean? Okay, what does this mean? It means that there are plenty of people out there took into account current events, took into account the money printing, and they threw in the towel on the dollar. They're like, I got to value my wealth in something else now. There are plenty of regular Joes out there, 20%er type mindset that March of this year, that was it for them. So second quarter started in April, and many of those people were just like, no, I don't want to be, the checks are going out. I don't want to be part of this MMT. I want to be part of the real thing. So who knows what other increases. So more people, more retail buying Bitcoin than ever before, clearly. So if you're a regular guy out there, you can complain, or you could stay at home and hide and scream and enjoy your government check, or you can spend that government check. We can be a productive individual, spend that government check on some Bitcoin, like clearly some people at Square have been doing. Now, speaking of cash, people love to complain about publicly traded companies. Oh, they have so much cash on hand. It's so unfair. Why? It's such nonsense. You worry about yourself, okay? You worry. Who cares if a company has a bunch of cash on hand? Who cares if Apple has billions and billions of dollars laying around? Okay, you're not Steve Jobs. You take care of yourself. All right, now MicroStrategy. You're not going to hear this anywhere else. I got this off of Twitter. MicroStrategy, a $1.2 billion publicly traded company, is diversifying its cash holdings to include Bitcoin. Now, it sounds real good. Wow, a wealthy company. Some of their they're not going to just hold dollars anymore. They're going to put some into Bitcoin. Well, I actually read the entire thing, and it said they might do it. They're considering Bitcoin and gold and other ways to hold their cash. Okay, so but still, this is, if they don't do it, other companies are going to do it also. They're tired of valuing their wealth in dollars, at least 100% of the time. So it's a good strategy for MicroStrategy and other publicly traded companies out there to diversify some of their cash holdings. We're gonna keep it in Bitcoin. And if enough companies do that, whoa, you'll be regretting in 2024 that you as an individual didn't buy a Bitcoin. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. You have no one to blame but yourself if you didn't buy Bitcoin. And MicroStrategy did. Now, Steve Barber, who's been a great guest on the show before, best guest in the frickin' space. Pound that like button, everyone. Oh, and he said, and please retweet this. That's the best way you can support the show. TECHBALT. That is who I am on Twitter. I tweet it out all the time. And for the people who get confused out there that are like, where are you now? It's all, if you actually have reading comprehension and read the first word in the notes section every time, it says where I am. Okay, so it says Asheville, North Carolina. All right, Asheville, North Carolina. It says exactly where I am down there. So some people are confused. All right, now we're going to go back. Can you get your crypto dividends on Trezor? Says someone. Emery. Yes, of course you can. I mean, the first ones it was real easy with B Gold and B Cash. They came up with they did it for you basically. I'm not going to get into all that, but yes, that's it's a little bit more complex than that. Well, the airdrop ones, yes, clearly the airdrop, the Trezor makes it really easy for the crypto dividends that are airdropped to you. Let's leave it at that for now. Okay, let's just leave it at that for now. You can get the ones that are forked off also, but come on, bring us some more. Let it rain some airdrop crypto dividends soon. We need some more of them. So this guy and his Trezor, so he can easily get them. Hey, BitcoinMeister, can you talk more about how to be a digital nomad on your next Saturday show? Or are there old videos? Yeah, there are a lot of old videos about it, dude. But I have like over 1,700 videos linked to at disruptmeister.com. And if you go over some of the old Beyond Bitcoin shows, you're going to hear about. That's what I talk about on that show so much. But for you, Towers Comics, I will specifically bring that up. It's like you basically stay at the cheapest Airbnb possible. You don't get married. You don't have kids. These are techniques. You don't go out to eat. This is how you can do it. You go to countries where it's incredibly cheap to. How much did it cost me to stay for 2 months in Chile? Like $2,000 or something like that in Santiago. Beautiful. It was more than that, $2,500. But yeah, so we'll go over that in the next Saturday show. But hey, dude, if you're not watching it live, then I'm doing it for you. So please try to watch it live or something like that, or at least spread the word. You're getting some answers there. All right. So okay, CoinDesk. No, we're talking about Steve Barber. There are Bitcoiners in every major company at this point. while management may not be ready to invest in mining, it is only a matter of time until the Bitcoiners gain the right influence. Once a Bitcoiner, always a Bitcoiner. Well, okay, good. I believe there are Bitcoiners in plenty of companies. If it's going to take a Bitcoiner in one of these energy companies to get them to diversify into mining, great. I think even without Bitcoiners in energy companies, they're going to see examples like what you do, Steve Barber, and they're going to want a piece of the pie to be more efficient, with their extra energy to convert it into Bitcoin, okay, in whatever unique ways they figure out, okay. So it's just a matter of time before these energy companies, with or without Bitcoiners in them, start doing get into the Bitcoin mining business. Hey, forget Amazon will get into the Bitcoin mining business one day. There'll be all sorts of big companies that get creative into Bitcoin. Okay. Now, I mean, the easiest thing, the best thing they could do is just do what this MicroStrategy is doing, and if they got cash on hand, store it in Bitcoin. That'll be really good. But fine, do what it is. Mining, cash on hand, do what you're going to do. We got all sorts of things. So CoinDesk has an article, and this kind of talks about what I talked about yesterday when I was talking about Congressman Tom Emmer. Is that his name? His first name, Tom, Bob, whatever. Emmer, Congressman Emmer from Minnesota, who is no doubt about it, a fan of Bitcoin, and for quite some time has tried to get the IRS to clarify the situation with the tax situation with crypto dividends. The article here is U.S. lawmakers, it's not just him, it's three others for this specific thing, don't want proof of stake networks to get overtaxed. Okay, so for all you people, you freaks who are staking various altcoins and get returns in that altcoin, you value your wealth in those altcoins, and you're doing it through a third party, whether an exchange is doing it for you, Coinbase is doing it for you, you better believe, and I've mentioned this many a time now, that that staking income, all right, is going to be reported to the IRS. Now, how, and the IRS will no doubt be very confused about it unless things are clarified. So for all you dudes that think, oh, I'm going to get all this staking, it's going to be great, it's going to be a pain in your tuchus, okay? Now, he wants to make it easier for you guys, and I want him to make it easier for you guys too. They believe the appropriate approach to taxing staking rewards could be to treat it like new property. New property isn't taxed as income right away, he said, but taxed when it's sold. There you go. That's the way crypto dividends should be treated. That's the way staking should be treated. You get this new property out of the blue, okay, new property, and then when you sell it in the future, bam, that's when you report it to the IRS as income, as profit, right then and there. Right now, the IRS is not clear about it. So if they remain unclear about it, some of the people that are going to get reported to the IRS for the staking stuff at the third, because all the third parties that are doing the staking for you are going to report you. It's going to be a pain. It's going to be a big pain. So hopefully he can get this through the bureaucracy, get it through the IRS. We shall see. But good job, dude. And yes, I agree with that approach. When cryptocurrency is dropped into your lap through staking, through crypto dividend process, it's new property, and thus it should be treated. It isn't taxed as income right away. It should be taxed when it's sold. If that's all right. Enough of that. We mentioned. Remember, insider information. Most people don't even know they can get these freaking crypto dividends by just holding their Bitcoin. That's your interest on your Bitcoin. And here's an interesting way of looking at Bitcoin from a unique beast. Heisenberg company, and there's some, I don't know exactly what they do, but they had a funny tweet. Bitcoin is the love child of gold and hyper successful messaging app. Bitcoin is the love child of gold and a hyper successful messaging app. I like that. Gold and hold. Gold had a child with a hyper successful messaging app, and you came out with this freakish thing called a Bitcoin, with this unique beast called Bitcoin. So keep on being a unique beast. 5 freaking digit realm. Remember, I'm a BitcoinMeister on Parler. Let's make crypto Parler a thing. The thing. And oh yeah, September 29th to November 24th, I will be in Salt Lake City. September 29th to November 24th, Salt Lake City. And of course, also linked to below, Alex Svetsky and Phil and Neil were on This Week in Bitcoin. It was great. All of them, all my old This Week in Bitcoin shows, techbalt.com, TECHBALT. And Alex compared Bitcoin to Fight Club. So, and Alex is very similar in his beliefs, current events beliefs to Francis, to me. I mean, these are dudes. These are Bitcoiners that do not comply. They are defiant. That's what I mean. I thought most Bitcoiners were not didn't bootlick to the government, but yeah, some people are just scared. Some people are fear really guides some people, and they fall for the mainstream media fear. I've said it many times. It was very disappointing to see some of the people out there just get totally freaked out by the mainstream media. I mean, if they're willing to believe the mainstream media on that current event, why don't they just believe that the mainstream media on Bitcoin and just sell all their Bitcoin? Because that's what the mainstream media says. It's for horrible people. It's a scam. It's this, it's that, and the other. All right. JP Morgan Chase issued a report this week about pandemic investment habits. The report suggests that older investors opt for gold. Gold is old, while younger ones pick Bitcoin. All right. I agree with that. It's no shock right there. Keep on doing the Bitcoin, dudes. Can you find a nice place in Santiago, Chile for less than $500 US a month? No, I don't think. I mean, that's asking a freaking lot there, dude. I don't know. I haven't checked maybe now you can, but you can't travel there now. Dude, it was a doorman freaking place. And it was $1,200 a month or something like that. Okay, it was really nice. So asking for under 500, I don't know, man. Go to in Belgrade, you can. In Serbia, it looks like you can get I was just looking at that. I mean, it's super cheap there. I don't know if it's under 500, but it's probably under 1,000. All right, we've gone off topic. These are beyond Bitcoin type of. And I really want to go to Belgrade. I want to go to Serbia, man. But it's very uncertain if they'll change their policy over there. Right now, they're letting in Americans to Serbia. You can go to Serbia right now, but I didn't want to risk it and make a resume. So I picked Salt Lake City instead. Okay. Moving on. India is the new China when it comes to bans of Bitcoin and non-bans. If you're back in 2015, 16, China's banning Bitcoin. China's accepting Bitcoin. China's banning Bitcoin. Now it's the same thing with India. I mean, I don't link to an article, but I saw a headline that said India's thinking about re-banning Bitcoin. I mean, is it really bad? Is it really? I mean, there's a billion freaking people. What can they can't. Their bureaucracy is so inefficient. I mean, can they really stop it anyway? Who knows? But they are. It sounds like China and banning Bitcoin from 2015 and 16. And people used to make a big deal out of that. Now, we hear a big country like India is doing it. No one even cares. No one even cares. Here's my prediction. Well, for the next year or next 6 months, it'll go back and forth like 5 other times. By the way, everyone, speaking of beyond Bitcoin, everybody knows that I love to talk about Yaron Brook. Now, he doesn't know that much about Bitcoin. He has said I like the blockchain, but Bitcoin isn't really money, and you can tell he doesn't. But he does know a lot about being an individual. I will tell that and say that he does know about being a unique beast. And he said on his show, and I don't know if this is public information yet, but on Friday he's going to be on Peter McCormick's show, which is a Bitcoin show. But one of Peter McCormick's shows is a Bitcoin show. Now, I don't know which one he's going to be on, but it's going to be Friday. Yaron Brook will be speaking with Peter McCormick. It's already been taped, and they're not. They don't mention. He said Bitcoin wasn't mentioned a lot. I believe he said it was taped because he said Bitcoin wasn't going to be mentioned a lot. Still interesting. I would love if Yaron Brook became a fan of Bitcoin. Now, unfortunately, because he is an honest person and really is a unique beast. Not many people know who Yaron Brook is because we live in that type of world where people he's not he's not a mainstream guy. He doesn't sell out. He really sticks to his beliefs well. So that'll be interesting. And finally, so I mean, if you're on board for tons of a fan of Bitcoin, it'll only get other 20%ers into Bitcoin, which is good. That's not an only. That's a good thing. So you'll hear Yaron. Those of you who listen to Peter but have never taken my advice to listen to Yaron, which you should. You shouldn't just let some algorithm guide you around. You should actually click on the links below. You'll hear him on Peter's show. Now, Litecoin Foundation Lightning series, which is like a listening series. I guess they spell it Litening, spelling lightning wrong, but you spelling it like Litecoin, lightning. Anyway, they sent me this. The Litecoin Foundations, for some reason, I'm on their email list. They're going to have an event on August 11th that you can. There'll be speakers, so it's online totally. I linked to it below. David Burkett, Charlie, and Bobby Lee. So I know a lot of people like those dudes. Obviously, they might give you some insider Litecoin information for those of you who like that type of thing. I thought I would just share that. That was in my one of my email accounts. I don't even know how they got that email address of mine. All right, I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Seriously, retweet it right now and pound that like button and bang the bell button. Spread the word. That's the best way you can support the show, dudes. I don't need your freaking money. I do. Spreading it on social media does help. Use your freaking fiat money to get yourself some Bitcoin. That helps you. And spreading the word about the show, that helps you also, too. Okay? And it helps me. And, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. See ya.